In this video, we will discuss about equivalence relation. A relation R on set A is said to be equivalence relation if R is reflexive, R is symmetric, and R is transitive. In previous video, we have learned how to recognize a relation as a reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. So, when a relation is given and all these three conditions are met, then it is said to be an equivalence relation. So, we'll start with an example. So a equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 and r is given to us. So we have to verify that r is an equivalence relation or not. So first we have to check whether it is a reflexive relation or not. So let's see here, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1 we have 2 comma 2. Okay, so 3 comma 3 is there, and or 4 comma 4. So these all belongs to the relation. Okay, so not only that, so let's check whether it is a symmetric or not. Okay, so 1 comma 2, so 2 comma 1, 3 comma 4, and 4 comma 3. So here it is reflexive. 4 comma 3. So we have 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1, 3 comma 4, 4 comma 3, so which belongs to R. So therefore it is a symmetric relation. It is symmetric relation. So remember, what is the symmetric relation? If A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. So whether it is a transitive, so 1 comma 2, okay, 2 comma 1, so 1 comma 1 belongs to the relation. Okay, so similarly, so we can have 3 comma 4, 4 comma 3, and 3 comma 3 also belongs to the relation. Therefore it is a transitive relation. It is a transitive relation. So as the given relation is reflexive, it is symmetric, and it is transitive, R is an equivalent relation. Example 2, whether it is a equivalence relation or not. So A is given and the relation is given. This is an example just to show you how a equivalence relation does not look like. Okay, so a negative example for equivalence relation. So normally in examination, normally the equivalence relation will be given and you have to prove it. This example gives us a negative example for equivalence relation, that is it is not an equivalence relation. So we'll see how it is. So relation is given, so whether it is reflexive, so here okay, for all a comma a, okay, so belongs to R for all. So reflexive relation. Okay, so 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4. We have this thing. Okay, so therefore this is a reflexive relation. Write the conclusion that the given relation is a reflexive relation. So after that, let's see. So it is if we observe here, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 is there, 3 comma 1, 1 comma 3 is there, 4 comma 1, 1 comma 4 is not there. So B comma A does not belongs to relation R whenever A comma B belongs to R. Okay, so in the given one, so 4 comma 1 belongs to the relation, but 1 comma 4 does not belongs to the relation. Therefore R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric. Okay, so let's consider transitive. So First of all, if it is not transitive, we don't have to check it, because equivalence, to prove it as the equivalence relation, we have to check all these three conditions. If any one condition is wrong, it is not an equivalence relation. We can right away straight away write the conclusion that as R is not symmetric or not symmetric, so R is not an equivalence relation, not an equivalence relation. So that would be the example 2. Example 3, a equal to 1 to 12 we have. So x comma y belongs to R if and only if x minus y is a multiple of 5. Verify that R is an equivalent relation. Okay. So take any x which belongs to set A. So it may be 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. Okay. So let's see here. It should first, we have to check whether it is a reflexive relation or not. So we know that how the reflexive relation will be, that 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. So that type of relations will be there. So take any x. Okay, so the question is whether x comma x belongs to R or not. That is the question we have. Okay, so let's apply here x minus x. Okay, so should be a multiple of 5. Okay, so multiple of 5, what does mean? That, see, if we take so to be in the relation x minus y equal to 5k, it should be a multiple of 5, where k is a some factor. Multiple of 5 means 5 into 0 0, 5 multiplied by 1 is 5, 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. So this multiplication factor, this k is, okay, so k is equal to any integer 0 to infinity, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So the question is x minus x should be multiple of 5. So is 0, okay, 0 multiple of 5. Okay, so is 0 multiple of 5? Yes, 0 is a 0 of a multiple of everything. Okay, so 0 is a multiple of everything. So 0 is a multiple of 5. So therefore x the relation R is reflexive. Okay, so relation R is reflexive. So that's the first part. Second, let's see. So how it belongs to x minus y, minus y equal to 5k. So this condition should be satisfied if the particular ordered pair or ordered pair belongs to the relation. Okay, so x minus y, okay, x minus y equal to 5k. So whether we have to check now whether it is symmetric or not. Okay, so x comma y, how do we, x minus y equal to 5k. So what happens to y comma x? So x comma y is x minus y equal to 5k. Okay, what happens to y comma x? Y minus x equal to 5 into minus k. Okay, so just apply minus. So how do you make x minus y equal to 5k as a negative one? Okay, how do you make x minus y as y minus x? Multiply it by minus. Okay, so multiply it by minus. If you do that, x minus y becomes y minus x. So multiply LHS and RHS both by minus. Okay, so x minus y become y minus x. 5k becomes minus 5k. You can take it in here using associative property. Okay, so it still is a multiple of 5. If you observe, x minus y is a multiple of 5. Okay, so y minus x is also a multiple of 5. Maybe a negative number, still it is a multiple of 5. So x comma y is x comma the R is symmetric. Okay, so R is symmetric. So x comma y belongs to R and y comma x belongs to R. So for all x y belongs to set A. Okay, so this is how you write in the notation form. So we have now known whether it is a symmetry. If it is a symmetric, R is symmetric. Now we will check whether it is a transitive or not. Okay, so now we check whether it is a transitive. So transitive, for checking it is transitive. Okay, so we have to say x comma y belongs to R. Okay, so y comma z belongs to R. Then if these two belongs to R, then okay, so x comma z should be belonging to R. So this is transitive relation, right? Okay, so let's see, we should take two ordered pairs now, x comma y and y comma z. So we are taking two ordered pairs now. Okay, so x comma y equal to some multiple of 5. Okay, x comma y equal to some multiple of 5. Okay, so y minus z, y comma z is some multiple of 5. K1 and k2 we take differently because these are two different number. X minus 5 is some different number, y minus z is some different number. If we take 5k and 5k, then that means these two are both same number. That's the wrong assumption. Okay, so some x minus 5 is some value multiple of 5, y minus z is some different value. Okay, so let's add this one. Okay, so let's add this one, x minus y plus plus y minus z equal to 5 into k1 plus 5 into k2. Okay, so by arithmetic we can easily cancel this one. Okay, so what remains is x minus z. Okay, x minus z equal to how can we do this one? Okay, take 5 outside, k1 plus k2. K1 plus k2 means some factor. Okay, so still it is a x minus z is also a multiple of 5. So what can we write here? So we can write that if x comma y belongs to R and y comma z belongs to R, then x comma z belongs to R for all x comma y comma z belongs to set A. So therefore R is transitive. Okay, so later at last we write the conclusion that as R is reflexive, as our relation is reflexive, it is symmetric and it is transitive, and it is transitive. Therefore, 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 R is an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. Okay, so R is an equivalence relation. So in a given diagram on relation R, so for a set 1, 2, 3, determine R is an equivalence relation or not. It's a very simple one. So we have known that from the diagraph we can write matrix from and also we can write the relation. Okay, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1, 1 comma 3, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 2 comma 3. So we can write the relation. We have practiced that in our previous video. So just see if you are getting it. It's just a quick example. You have to convert it to the relation R. So 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, like that. You have to list that and check whether it is a equivalence relation or not. I will directly tell the answer here. So if you straight away observe here, okay, so 1 comma 1 is there, 2 comma 2 is there, but 3 comma 3 is not present. Okay, so this a loop should have been. So this is not a reflexive relation. Reflexive relation does not satisfy for relation R. So therefore this is not a equivalence relation. Okay, so write the R relation. Okay, so list out all the ordered pairs and show that 3 comma 3 is, as 3 comma 3 is not present, it's not a reflexive relation, therefore it's not a equivalence relation. Example 5, for a fixed integer n which is greater than 1, okay, prove that the relation congruent modulo n Okay, congruent modulo n is an equivalence relation on the set of integers. The easy one. So just we have to see what is the so for suppose an a comma b. So because it's an integer, the a comma b belongs to z. So take so a is congruent to b modulo n. Okay, so mathematically how to represent this? That means if and only if a minus b is a multiple of n. Okay, so a minus b. So this you have to remember. So if you get somewhere in the exam congruent module n, so then know that for a and b, so two integers, so a is congruent to b modulo n. If that is the case, then it is a minus b is a multiple of n. If that is the case, then a is congruent to b modulo n. That is true. Okay, so the similar question we have already answered. X minus y equal to 5k. Okay, so that is the congruent modulo 5 we can have. Okay, so let's start whether we have to prove whether it is an equivalence relation or not. So remember this one, a minus b is a multiple of n. So or whether a minus b is nk. Okay, where k is that multiplicating factor. Okay, so whether multiple of n means k is that multiplicating factor. A minus b equal to nk, whether it is true or not, whether it is a equivalence relation or not, that we have to prove. Okay, so a minus b equal to nk. So again we have, so that take any whether uh, a which belongs to z. Okay, so then a minus a equal to 0. So 0 is a multiple of n. So therefore it is a reflexive relation. Okay, so a comma a belongs to r. Okay, so uh, so this is a reflexive relation. So next one, take any a comma b which belongs to z. Okay, so a minus b equal to nk. Okay, so therefore a comma b belongs to the relation. So how to make a minus b as b minus a, multiply by both sides by minus. Okay, so b minus a equal to n minus a. So it's still a multiple of n. Okay, it's still a multiple of n. So n is a for example there also 5 was there, 5k. So it is a multiple of n. So it's a negative number or positive number, they are not. N is greater than 1, yes, but for example in the previous question what we do, x minus y equal to 5k. So we take minus here inside, we don't keep it here, as n is greater than 1. So we don't keep n here, so we take it to the multiplicating factor. Okay, so that satisfies the mathematical requirement in the question. So b minus a also equal to the relation. So that's therefore it is a symmetric relation. After that let's start with okay, so therefore r is symmetric. Therefore r is symmetric relation. Okay, so whether it is a transitive, again a minus, okay, so a minus b, a comma b belongs to r, and b comma c belongs to r, then a comma c should belong to r. So that's the requirement. Okay, so a minus b equal to nk1. Okay, so b minus c equal to nk2. So add both a minus b plus b minus c equal to n into, I will straight away write in the bracket. Okay, so using arithmetic, a minus b c equal to n into k1 plus k2. So a minus c is also a multiplication of multiple of n Okay, so therefore a comma c also belongs to the relation, therefore it is transitive. Okay, so as the relation are is reflexive, transitive and also symmetric, so R is a equivalence relation. Equivalence relation always induce a partition on a set. Okay, so using equivalence relation, uh, we can impose a partition. Okay, so how to do that we will see now. So let's read the question. So R is given to us 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2 comma 1. So it's an equivalence relation. So how to determine the partition? We will see. So you have to see the second place here. Okay, in the relation we have to see the second place. So we will write it like this. So for the second place 1, what is the first place? Okay, so 1. For the second place 1, what is the first place? 2. For the second place 1, so not nothing is there. So let's do it for the second element. Okay. So for the second place 2, what is the first place? 1. For the second place 2, what is the first place? 2. That's it. Okay. So let's take 3. For the second place 3, what is the first place? 4. For the second place 3, what is the first place? 3. So 4 for the second place 4, for the first place 3. For the second place 4, for the first place 4. Okay, so we can observe here. So you can we can write our relation R. Okay, so we can partition. Okay, we can write our relation as a partition set of 1 and partition set of 3. Okay, so 1 and 3, 1 2 3 4, or you can write like this: partition set of 2, partition set of 4, or partition set of 2 3 1 4. Okay, so anything which gives us back 1 2 3 4 back. Okay, so using the relation, okay, using the relation we can arrive back at the original set, and also we can induce partition like this: 1 comma 2 one partition, 4 comma 3 another partition, okay, 3 comma 4 another partition. We can induce a partition. Okay, so set A is made up of partition set of 1 union partition set of 3. Okay, so or you can write a set A is made up of partition set of 1 union, okay, partition set of union partition set of 4. Okay, so or 2 3, so you can do the combination. Okay, so this is what the partition says, determine the partition induced. So this is the answer. Okay, so you can write also this one. So this is the answer. So we have been given seen this question: a equal to 1 to 12, x minus y is a multiple of 5. Find the partition. We have proved previously that it is a equivalence relation, and now we are being asked to find the partition. Okay, so we have to list the relation. Okay, so x minus y is a multiple of 5. Okay, so 1 comma 6. Okay, 1 minus 6 is minus 5, multiple of 5. 6 minus 1 5, multiple of 5. Okay, apart from that 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 and all are there. Okay, so 6 comma 1, so 2 comma 7, 7 comma 2. Okay, so then 3 comma 8, 8 comma 3, and next 4 comma 9, 9 comma 4, 5 comma 10, 10 comma 5, 6 comma 11, 11 comma 6, 7 comma 12, 12 comma 7, 12 comma 7. Okay, so apart from that, which have at frequency of 10. Okay, so 1 comma 11, 11 comma 1. Okay, so next is 2 comma 12, 12 comma 2. Okay, so apart from that, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, so on, 4 comma 4, till 12 comma 12 will be there. So it is the equivalence relation, 1 comma 6, 6 comma 1, 1 comma 1 is there, transitive, 1 comma 6, 6 comma 1 is there. If you look at all the pattern continues. Okay, so symmetric, and as 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, and 4 comma 4, all those are there till 12 comma 12, it is reflective. So this is a equivalence relation. Now we have to make out okay, so if okay, so let's take the first one, equivalence relation. Okay, so 1 is in the second place. What is the first element? 1. Okay, so 1 is the second place. What is the first element? 6. Okay, so 1 is in the 1 comma 11. Okay, so 1 is in the second place. What is the first position? 11. So this will be the partition for 1. So the if you go on doing like this, the partition set of 1, 6 and 11, 2, 7 and 12, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 10 will also be same. So just for partition purpose, so for one partition we will do, so you can work out the other one. Okay, let's do it for 2. Okay, so second place is 2, the first place is, here also let's start with reflexive, second place is 2, first place is 2, the second place is 2, first place is 7, the second place is 2, the first place is 12. So this will be the partition. Okay, so let's go it for 3. The second place is 3, first is 8, and also 3 comma 3 is there. So 3 comma 8 we can write. Okay, the second place is 3, first place is 3, reflexive relation. The second place is 3, first place is 8. So only this much. Okay, so 3 and 13 are not there. Okay, as in it's not in the set. Similarly, let's go for 4. 4 comma 4, reflexive relation is there. So 4 we can write. Okay, so second place is a 4, next is 9. That's it. Okay, so 14, 4 and 14 are not there. So in the relation, so that's not there. Next one, let's take it for 5. So 5 comma 5 is there. So straight away we can write. Apart from that, second place is 5, first place is 10. Okay, so only 2 are there. Okay, so if you go and searching. So if when you go for 6, it starts repeating. So I will just do one and other one you can do. So you don't have to. So 6 comma 6 is there. The second place is 6. First place is 1. Uh, second place is 6. First place is 11. You observe here we are getting the same partition. So you can list. Okay, you will get the 6. This corresponds to 7. This corresponds to 8, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so They correspond like that. So we can write the partition now. So this set A can be, okay. So 1 comma 6 comma 11 union 2 comma 7 comma 12 union 3 comma 8 union 4 comma 9 union 5 comma 10. So you can also write like this. So A can be written as partition set of 1 union, partition set of 2 union, 3 union, partition set of 4 union, partition set of 5. Or you can write 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if you have listed. So this will be about this question. So let A equal to A, B, C, D, E. Consider the partition. We have to find the relation now. So observe in the previous example that if A, B, C, D, E, for example, we have three partitions. Inter-partition combination of elements is not there. Only intra-partition. Okay, so intra-partition combinations of the elements will form the relation, and this inter-partition, this BC, AD, this kind of combinations are not there. Inter-partition combinations are not there. You can observe in the previous example. Okay. So if you have the given, if we have been given the partition, then how do you write the relation? Okay. Relation equal to A comma A. Okay. So A comma B, B comma A, B comma B. Next, C comma C, C comma D, D comma C, D comma B. Next, E comma E. So this will be the relation that have been asked to find out. So if we have to write it, if it is small, it's a very small question. So maybe it's not will not be given in examination, but still if it is given and you have to fill the page, then write it like this way: A comma A comma B, B comma A, B comma B, union C comma C, C comma D, D comma C, D comma D, union E comma E. Later write this. Later write this. So this will fill some page and give some marks to you. Okay, so if you have relation, you can find out the partition. If you have partition, you can find out the relation.